Hi students, welcome back. This is Shimi from Don Bosco Campus Vision. We are dealing with module number 5, time series analysis. Now in last lectures we had seen what is time series analysis, how we are going to analyze, what are the components. Now in today's lecture we are going to understand how we are going to measure this trend. So measurement of trend, it is very important to measure the trend because we said that it is useful for forecasting the future results. So it is so important. There are four major methods of measurement of trend. They are method of freehand curve, method of semi-average, method of moving average, and method of least square. Here in your syllabus you have only two major parts to learn, that is the third and the fourth point, that is method of moving average and least squares. So let me shortly make you understand what is freehand curve, what are the other two which is not much important. In freehand curve method you're just going to plot some kind of a graph and you're going to scatter the points here and there. You're just going to plot the points which will be in a scattered model. Semi-average method is in where semi means two, division. So you are going to divide the time series into two equal parts and the number of observation. If it is even, the whole series may be divided exactly into two, and if it is odd, the number of observation is odd, then you are going to divide two parts by leaving the observation that comes in the middle of the whole series. Then the average of each part is taken. Average value of each part is considered as a representative value of the part. So in the semi-average method, as the name says, you are going to divide or you are going to calculate it semi-average way, that is the halfway. You are going to divide it into half. This depends upon the number of observation. If you got 6 observations, you are going to divide it into two halves, that is 3 observation and 3 observation. You are going to divide them. The average value of each part is considered to be the representative value of that part. It is plotted on the graph paper at the midpoint of respective period. So 2 points are obtained on the graph paper and these 2 points are joined to give the trend line. Actual line is there, actual is the point, and you are going to plot trend line. Basically measurement of trend involves plotting of trend line. You are going to plot trend lines in time series analysis. The third major part which we have to learn the method is method of moving average. This simple method is used for the measurement of trend. The moving average is a series of successive averages secured from a series of items by dropping the first item. You're going to drop the first item, then basically you are going to move the average. The main purpose of moving average is to obtain the trend value so that any type of fluctuations get eliminated. Thus the period of moving average is selected in a way as would achieve these objectives. Hence the period of moving average is equivalent to the period of a cycle. Merits of moving average method. This method is simple and objective. As moving average period coincides with the period of cycle in time series, cyclic variations are considerably reduced. The third point is this method is not used only for determining trend values but also for measuring the seasonal, cyclical and irregular variation. Let's see the limitations. Under this method there are no trend values for some years in the beginning because we are going to eliminate some, then we are moving, especially the first to the top one. Second, this method is not helpful in forecasting as it doesn't establish a functional relationship between the values of an x and y. Third, in case of non-linear trend, the value obtained by moving average are biased in one direction. Fourth, the selection of a period of moving average is difficult because considering that the average is keeping on moving, we cannot select a particular period or fixed period. That's all about the components in detail.